Hey y'all, we are live, but I'm like a surprise guest, so just give me a minute before we get started on training. Okay, so hopefully I can get started in just a second. I'm backstage, so just give me a minute before we get started for training.
At Fall Retreat, and some of y'all might not have met her yet, but please welcome my friend Nikki Smith.
Hey girls. Oh,
You muted.
yeah, I know. I'm so bad at making sure I unmute myself, and I know you said you had me backstage, and I was like, "Ooh, that sounds fancy."
It's really not. I just didn't invite you in until everybody was here.
Okay, I was like, "Oh, I'm backstage. How fun!" You just want me to hop right in?
What?
You just want me to start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already did a little intro about how we was pregnant and waddling around San Diego together. I wasn't waddling yet, but you was waddling.
Woo, girl, I was like about to drop. You know what I'm saying? Like we were in San Diego in January. I had Emma. It was like mid-January, and I had Emma February 11th. Okay, y'all, it was about to go down up in San Diego. I just need y'all to know.
Emma was about to be born in California.
I was like, please don't have this baby in California. Please, please, please. Like, you just don't know what guidelines and regulations are like in other states, and I just didn't want to know. So you guys, I'm Nikki. I've been doing Mary Kay for about 5 years now. I have been a director before, stepped down, and came back 6 months later. And all the directors say, well, she came back with a bang. So, JPF, that's what we call her. I don't know what y'all call her. Probably call her Jessica, but I call her JPF. She was just like, I don't know if she wanted me to share, but this is kind of what God put on my heart, was just to talk to you guys about how to snap out of it. Okay. So I don't know about y'all, and I don't really know all of you. I think I may have met some of you at different events and all of that. But here's what I know. I have done this business on the couch. I have done this business working another full-time job. When I started Mary Kay, I worked 40 hours a week as a waitress. I went to school full-time as a college student. I did National Guard one weekend a month, and I had a husband and bills already at home. So I need you to understand, like, I've worked this business as a college student, but then I've also now am a mom who works this business full time. So I want you guys to understand that I've been in your shoes. Okay. Like, I have been in your shoes. I have wanted to quit. I have never really wanted to quit so bad that I wanted to like send product back or anything, because I knew like I'm never doing that. That's just crazy. Like, how much products do I have? A lot, but I could probably use them all. Okay, so I can totally use them all. So I've never really considered doing that, but I have considered throwing in the towel and saying, you know what, this is for the birds. It's not for me. But the truth is, God brought me into Mary Kay for a reason. And am I just supposed to quit whenever it gets hard? No. So, I wanted to give you guys tonight 5 tips to get back to your A game. Because there's got to be a moment in your business where you were on top of the world selling bukus of products. A lot of times it's when you first start. You're on fire. You're selling lots of products. You're holding appointments with your director, doing your hot list and things like that. Like, there's got to be a time where you were holding a party, right? Okay, so I want you to kind of go back to that mindset as to like, why was I so excited? Why was I so happy? And what has changed? And why am I feeling the way that I'm feeling? So tonight, I'm just going to give you 5 quick tips on how I went from 0, 0 to 100 real quick. Okay. So what I mean by that is not 0 team members. I mean, like, I had no appointments. I think I was barely in my red jacket. Okay. This was, a year and a half ago. I had stepped down as a director and, was really reconsidering what I wanted to do for the rest of my life as a career. My husband told me, I had a baby, okay? Like, she was baby, barely 1. She wasn't even 1 yet. And I stepped down from directorship and I said, I just don't know if this Mary Kay thing is for me. Like, I just obviously am not that good at it. I lose directorship. I lose a car. Yes, I sent back a car. And I was really just questioning myself, but here's the truth. The truth was I wasn't doing the work. Okay. Because if you don't see any faces, nobody signs up. Okay. And here's the deal. If you don't see any faces, you don't really sell a whole lot of product to make any money. Okay. So it's, Mary Kay has always said that if your date book is empty, then you're out of business. Okay. And so, number 1 for 5 tips to get you back to your A game is stop with the crazy. Okay. The crazy is your negative self-talk, not doing an affirmation. Y'all, I know affirmations. I didn't even know what an affirmation was until I joined Mary Kay. But I have to tell you, my toddler, 2 years old, has an affirmation. Okay. And we say it all the time. I'm beautiful. I'm strong. I'm important. Like, literally, that's what she says. I'm beautiful. I'm strong. I'm important. And one thing I don't let her say is I can't. Because the truth is, you can do anything. Sometimes you just got to ask for a little help. Okay. So stop with the crazies. Really pay attention to your self-talk. You may not say things out loud, but you may think them. And your thoughts are important. Your affirmation. Do you have one? If you don't, fix that tonight. Are you reading or listening to books? I'll be honest with you, I can lose my focus in a book. Okay, I have started a lot of books. I need y'all know. Like, I got a whole bookshelf full of books that I probably started, but I never finished. Okay, and I'm just telling you that that's okay. Okay, because sometimes I just get bored with a book and I just need to pick something else up. But I will tell you, audiobooks are my favorite. The other thing that I love to listen to on a Monday through Friday basis, okay, is called The $1 Million Message. And if you've never heard of it, I need you to just like look at this. So if you go, like, you know how you can pull up your phone and you have like your favorites list? Is everybody iPhone on here? I don't know if y'all are, but on the favorites, you can see I got the $1 Million Message saved. Okay. $1 Million Message. So literally all I did was type this in. Y'all can screenshot that or take a picture or whatever. But like, I just saved the information in there for the $1 Million Message. And that way in the mornings when I'm fixing my hair, it takes me 20, 30 minutes to fix my hair because it's a crazy mess. So I literally hit the dial for that and I listen to it while I fix my hair. So what you're putting in, I promise, has a lot to do with your results in your business. Okay. Also, I want to encourage you to touch base with your director. Okay. Because anytime you're feeling crazy, that's what I call it, feeling crazy, you got to reach up. Okay. You got to reach up. Always reach up to your director. Because we're not mind readers. but we really are good at encouragement and inspiration. And so we can usually get you out of the funk if you're willing to touch base with us and communicate with us. Okay. But if you're not playing ball with us, you're not communicating with us, it's really hard for us to even really work, right, with you guys. So communicate. Okay. Number 2, get back to the basics. When I was so discouraged in my business, literally, the tow truck came and picked up my Mary Kay car. Okay. It was the most embarrassing point in my business. You have to think when you're a sales director, you're on stage, you train people, all of that, and then bam, everybody knows you're not a director anymore. And they come and pick up your car. Okay. I was discouraged. I was upset with myself. I was mad. Okay. I stayed that way for about a month. A month after, and then I got back into my sales. I was taking care of customers, and I remember, so I stepped down October 1st. January 1st, I remember having a conversation with my upline, Jennifer, and I said, "Oh, you can go ahead and put me down as one of those directors for your national area." And she said, "Really? Because like you're barely in your red jacket." And I was like, that was a little, okay. She got me. So I said, okay, that's fine. So I went on target for my car that month, and I finished the month with 5 team members. Okay. 5 active team members. So once you figure out what's in your head, okay, and you put all that on the table, and then you get back to the basics. You guys, y'all know what to do, right? Book, coach, sell, recruit. Your sales director friggin' has like diamonds. Okay. Like she earned quarter sales before like anybody else did. Okay. So I just need you to understand. I know you know how to book and sell and recruit. Like that's all we do. Okay. The basics are book, coach, sell, recruit. So when it comes to booking, like there's a million scripts out there. Just take one that you like and run with that. For me, I love my booking box. Julie Williams taught us how to do a booking box, and I love my booking box. Okay. It stays, I take a book bag with me. I keep my book bag. I look like a little college girl. I'm not, but it is so friggin' amazing. The booking box is amazing because all I know is I go to the date, pull out my stuff. Those are the calls I do. When I'm done, I'm done. Okay. So it just makes me feel more comfortable. So figure out what you need to do. Okay. Also, if it's worth booking, it's worth coaching. Okay. One thing that I have to tell you guys, I love working virtually, and I love working in person. I'm a girl who likes to dip into both. Okay. It really just depends on who you are and where you're located and what their rules and regulations are. I live in South Carolina, and we're like way over COVID. Like nobody wears a mask anymore. Okay. We're just like over it. Okay. So I am all about in person right now. I'm so excited. I went to get on this Zoom call 2 hours ago because I was so ready to do this appointment with y'all. I was so early. Okay. And then I was like, what am I going to do for 2 hours? So I sat down. I had done a lead event on Sunday, and I had 20 something leads. And I was like, I'm about to call all these people. Y'all, I booked 4 parties, not facials, parties. I was so excited. I'm like, whoa, I'm ready to train. Okay, so I just need you to know people are booking parties. People are booking parties this month in person if that's what you want to work, virtually if that's what you want to work. So this is what you're going to get. I think you got this probably from JPF in the mail, yeah? I know my girls did. So there are some incentives, okay, on hosting a party the week of Thanksgiving or the week before. This is just really to give you kind of some idea of getting some hostesses booked and like giving them some perks. Okay. the truth is, y'all, nobody does anything for Thanksgiving except for on Thanksgiving. Okay, y'all, I don't eat at 20 places other than on Thanksgiving Day. I don't know about y'all. We only got like 10 places to go on Thanksgiving. Thank God I'm going to Texas this year. I love we're skipping all those people's houses. It's gonna be great. This is like a strategy for you to start planning out what you're gonna do the whole entire week of Thanksgiving. Okay. From literally Monday until the next Monday for Cyber Monday. Okay. So when you grab this, I want you to really plan out your week. Okay, that's what this is for. So I want you to be booking, but I also want you to be coaching. So have some conversations with the hostesses or the people that you're doing facials with. Do you send them a follow-up text? Do you I like to mail a little card in the mail. I don't know if y'all do that, but it's one of my favorite things. I think getting mail is exciting. If it's not a bill, I'm like, woo, what is this? I get so excited. Okay. Y'all know how to sell products. I mean, like, if you're booking and holding appointments, you're going to sell some product, okay? And sharing, you guys, this time of year, y'all, people need extra money more than anything. Christmas is like 40 days away, I think. I'm not really sure. 50. I don't know. But I just know, like, we're in the countdown. Okay. People are Christmas shopping. People are really losing their hair because they're stressing out as to how they're going to pay for Christmas this year. Okay. You guys had a master plan. Okay. Mary Kay created this amazing business plan. All you have to do is share it with somebody. Okay. And if she knows that she can sign up and make half of everything she sells, and that's her profit, like, dude, it's a no-brainer. Okay. Okay. So number 2 is get back to the basics. Number 3, do what brings you joy. This is the biggest piece for me in my business, especially when I started to come back. I had to get into the routine of doing things that I love to do in my business. Okay. So I had already had a VIP group created on Facebook before the COVID stuff. Okay. So I just started working more and doing like live tutorials, and like I just really love the interaction with my customers. Okay. So that's where I started to pour my heart and soul when I was ready to jump back into my business, because Mary Kay's always said, if you have customers, you have potential recruits. Okay. And so I wanted to build my business. I wanted to sell a lot of product, but I also wanted to share. And to me, I had a group full of people that I just needed to do stuff with. Okay. And so I love to work on my VIP group. It's one of my favorite things. I also really love to get bookings. When I made my booking calls earlier, listen, I have to swallow, okay, my pride and my discouragement and everything before I make my calls, because I'm terrified to pick up the phone. But I have to tell you, like, every single time I do it, I always feel on top of the world. Every single time. It's only in the beginning that I feel like crap, because I'm like, oh gosh, they're going to answer. And then I'm going to freeze up, even though I've done this for 5 years and I literally have the same scripts and they're memorized. I still get nervous, and I think that's normal. Okay. So I want you to just know, like, it's okay to be nervous. Okay. But just do the things that bring you joy. Okay. If that is, you like to go get new leads, worm chatting makes me want to vomit, but some people love it. Not so much. Just what brings you joy in your business? What do you love to do the most? When I feel discouraged, I literally hop on my VIP group. I go live and do a live inventory sale, because I feel empowered when I sell a ton of product. Okay. So that's one thing that I can quickly just jump on and do, right? So do what brings you joy. Number 4, beat your best. Okay. I want you to think about, what is the most wholesale amount that you've ever done? Or what is the most sharing appointments you've ever done in a month? Or what is the most faces you've ever done in a month? I want you to push and beat it. Okay? Because when you beat your best, you just set the bar higher for yourself. And the only person that you're competing with is you. Okay? And what that does is it helps you put your blinders on. Have y'all ever I've never really been to a horse race, but we used to watch this movie and I cannot remember what it was called, but it was this zebra and he was in a race when I was a kid. And it was just like these animals. I remember the flies used to land on poop. I don't remember what this movie is called, but I'll have to look it up. But it was so funny. Like I remember dying laughing. Okay.
It's called Racing Stripes.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Like it was the best movie ever. So, anyways, zebras, they're fast, but like they're not supposed to be able to compete with horses. Okay. And so what was so cool is that the zebra he had these little things that he could only see what was in front of him. He couldn't see what was beside him. Okay. And so I want you to really try to compete with yourself. Be your best. Okay. If you've done 30 faces, stretch to do 40. If you've done 600 wholesale every month for the time that you came in, maybe you should push to do 1,000. Like, don't just bottom out and don't have a minimum mindset. Always try to increase because you can increase. It just takes a little bit more effort than your time before. Okay. Number 5. And this one is the most important. Okay. Number 5. Coaching yourself. Coaching yourself. I want to tell you a story. So when I started Mary Kay, I had a lot going on. And the truth is that I always went to Jennifer for her to uplift me. It is not, I mentioned at the beginning of my training, like it's good to reach up and to reach out when you need help. But I want you to first, before you do that, do your best to coach yourself. Okay. I want you to be a strong, independent woman. I was raised that you're independent. You don't depend on a man to pay your bills. Like, you don't just get married just so that you're settled and you don't have to take care of anything because he's going to do it. I do believe a man should provide, but I also am not opposed to a woman being so independent that if something happens, she's totally fine. I don't ever want to be in a circumstance where I can't provide for my whole family and be okay if my husband decided one day to just up and leave. Okay. I don't want to be stuck. You get what I'm saying? I don't ever want to feel that way. And I try to teach my girls in my unit to be that way too, because you don't know what tomorrow holds. And so I want you to work as hard as you possibly can to take care of you. Okay. The other side of this is that I also want you to understand that nobody gives you confidence except for you. Nobody gives you confidence except for you. My husband can tell me how beautiful I am as many times as he wants, but unless I believe that I'm beautiful, it will never matter. Okay? So I need you to understand it is good to reach out to your director. However, I also want you to really think about everything your director's ever told you. You know those things, right? So there's probably nothing that she could ever tell you again that you didn't already know. Okay. I love coaching sessions, but I tell my girls, like, what would I tell you? And then I close it because I want her to really learn how to teach herself how to talk to herself like I would talk to her. Right? Do you get what I'm saying? So here are 10 questions. So this is the best thing that I have ever done for myself and my business because my mentors never know what's going on. All they see is the numbers on the scoreboard and they're so excited. Okay. So here's what I do. I do a brain dump. This is the best thing I've ever done. It's coaching myself. Okay. I do a brain dump. I write down everything that's driving me crazy, everything that's in my head, all that. Okay. And if it's tasks that need to be done or whatever, I either do it, dump it, or delegate it. Do it, Dump it, delegate it. Do it means I'm going to personally do that, take care of it, put it on the calendar. I'm going to do it. Dump it means it's really not that important. It can be put off for 3 more months. Okay. Delegate means like I could probably get my daughter to pick up her own toys, or I could probably get my sister to come and watch the kid during X, Y, Z or whatever. Okay. Delegate could also mean I could get the next door neighbor's high school girl to come over and organize my products for $10. Get what I'm saying? Do it, dump it, or delegate it. Okay. The other thing that I do is I write down a list of things that have gone great for me for the past year. Okay. So let me give you a little example on my personal coaching session for myself. Okay. This was at the end of the seminar year this past June. Literally, we're in the last week of June. Okay. I am pushing for triple star. Triple star, it means that you finish quarter sales, quarter sharing, and 300,000 unit club at least. Okay. And I have about I need 6 qualifieds to finish my personal B. Okay. We have a week. Okay. I'm about to throw up all over everybody. Okay. I'm like throwing up Mary Kay on everybody. I'm terrified. I really, really want to just go hide under the bed. Okay, that's the truth. But I know that if I don't push to the last day, I'll be pissed off, right? No matter what happens. So I'm still like paralyzed a little bit because 6 is a lot in a week. 6 qualifieds, that's a lot. So I'm sitting at Panera. Holly sent me this message and was like, 6 more, you got this. Okay, well, that was wonderful. Okay. She believes that I can do this, but that's not uplifting to me. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I got to do this. So I brainstormed. Okay. And I said, you know what? Even if it doesn't come together, I want to list out all the things that have gone great for me for the past year. Okay. I debuted as a new sales director. I finished triple court. I earned my first 5-carat amethyst. Like, I'm just listing out all this stuff. Okay. And then at the end of it, I was like, you know what? I'm going to push because if I can do all of this, then I bet if I push as hard as I can, I call every single girl that I know, God will give this to me. And guys, he did. Okay. But it took a whole lot of work, but I also had to breathe belief in my own self. That is self-coaching. Okay. So here are some questions that you can jot down that kind of help you with self-coaching. I think it's good to reach out to your director. Please don't take this wrong. It is so good. What's up? Oh, 5 minutes. Okay, good. This is the last part. Okay, so number 1, do I need to evaluate my quiet time? Do I need to evaluate my quiet time? Y'all, there's a lot of times that we're feeling funky and we're not doing so well because we have been skipping out on our Jesus time. Okay? That's number 1 for me. Number 2, is my business a priority to me? And if I go back and look, a lot of people say that, if they open up your bank account and they see what you spend the most money on, that's really where your priorities lay. Well, if I opened up your calendar and I looked at everything that you put time into, where would your priorities lay? So your question is my business a priority? Number 3, do I know what my next step is? If I'm working for my Red Jacket and I have 2 people active on my team, that means that my next step is to find 5 people I can share the business with, right? Do you know your next step? Number 4, what is tripping me up? What am I freaking out about? A lot of times, whatever's tripping you up is connected with Satan because he's just trying to stop you from doing what God called you to. And a lot of times it goes back to your self-talk and your quiet time. Okay. Number 5. How long ago was it that I won? How long ago was it that I won the day or I had a win? A win could be, I had a $500 party, I had a $200 party, or whatever. How long ago was it that I had a really good win? And then the next question, number 6, is how can I get a win today? How can I get a win today? Sometimes, like, if you don't have any appointments on your date book for the day, maybe your win could be, I'm going to make calls until I get 5 new bookings, or I'm going to make calls until I get 10 new bookings, whatever. But what can you win at today? Okay. Number 7, what does my family need that Mary Kay can provide? What does my family need that I could provide through Mary Kay? Because I guarantee you, no matter what your family needs, if it's more time, then that means that you have a short-term sacrifice to replace income so that you can leave your job and spend more time with your kids. You guys, I spent Thursday and Friday decorating and doing Christmas stuff with my toddler. I got the opportunity to take Thursday and Friday off. Okay, number 8. This one's really like hardcore. Like, it's gonna make you want to like throw up a little bit. Okay, so number 8, based on my work ethic, if I worked another job, would I be fired for lack of work or promoted for hard work? Based on my work ethic, your current work ethic, okay? Like, if you were freaking amazing and now you've just been slacking, like, I want you to really think about what your current work ethic is, okay? And number 9, evaluate your work ethic. How can you improve? There's always room for improvement. For me, right now, currently, my work ethic is great, but I could still improve on being more consistent in sharing the business. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay. Last question for your coaching questions for yourself. Number 10. What IPAs, income producing activities, should I do today that would make me feel accomplished? I didn't say what would make me feel accomplished today. I said what income producing activities would make you feel accomplished. When you learn how to really coach your own self and teach yourself to get over the hurdles, that's when it's going to get real good. Okay. Really, really, really good. Okay. Because that means that you don't have to wait on anybody to tell you how great you are. You can fulfill yourself and go to work. Okay. Don't rely on anybody else to bring you joy. Don't rely on anybody else to build your confidence. You go get what you want, girl. Don't take what you get. Go get what you want. All right, that's all I got for you guys tonight. It was quick. I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
I'm over here talking and it's like muted.